up, Gato Squad? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Elias, and if you are new here and like daily car content, consider subscribing. Hit that button below. So it's a beautiful day out here in Pennsylvania. Look at those trees. It's a nice, beautiful autumn day. It was a lot of rain this morning, but thankfully it stopped. So I wanted to do my second episode today on a very popular segment that you guys really liked a lot, and it was the news. So there's a few things going on in the car world that I really want to point out. I found interesting, so I want to share with you guys. And at the end of it, there'll be a frosty beverage review. So stay tuned for that all the way at the end. And all right, let's go ahead and get started. All right, guys, so as I said, it's time for the news. So let's start with some Honda related news, and that's that the 2018 Honda Accord is now available at your local Honda dealership. So if you go ahead and go to your local Honda dealership, you'll see that all the trim levels of the Honda Accord are available. Go ahead and take a look. My favorite one is the Sport, of course, because you can get the Sport in a manual, and it has basically all the features that you want and none of the extra stuff that you don't want. Now, there's one thing that every Honda Accord is going to have that you may or may not like, and that's all the driver's assistants are going to be standard on every trim level. That's something big that Honda's doing. They're big on safety, so I'm not surprised that they did that. I just hope that there's a way to defeat that. If I ever buy a Honda Accord, I don't want that stuff on. I'm just not a fan of it. Another thing I wanted to mention on the Honda Accord is that there are no 2-liter turbos available yet at those dealerships. So if you go to the Honda website, they'll say it's coming soon, and that's because that those 2-liter turbos are not going to be available until probably the end of this year, so around December-ish of this year or the beginning of next year. So look out for that when it comes out. I'll of course mention it when the 2-liter turbos are available, because that's definitely the most interesting Accord that's out. It's got a similar engine to the Type R. Can't wait to test drive it, and when it's out there, I'm definitely going to get my way in there and test drive a 2-liter turbo Accord, hopefully in a manual. That would be really cool. So look out for that. Now for a bit of Subaru news. So the Subaru WRX and Subaru WRX STI have gotten in a bit of hot water recently because some owners have actually taken them to court over some engine failures that have been happening with it. So what's been happening is that there's some ringland issues. I don't know if you guys looked that up yet, but if you go ahead and Google Subaru ringland issues, you'll see that the engines have a tendency to kind of blow themselves up or eat themselves up right after the warranty is over. So the big problem is that the piston rings tend to either fail or they don't perform well, so the car tends to burn off a lot of oil, and some owners are not always on top of the oil consumption, and their engine can fail. And also, engines just tend to fail randomly at times, where it'll just be running normally and then it'll just fail. That's actually one of the main reasons. It's the main reason why I didn't get a Subaru WRX STI. I think the STI is an awesome car. It's an awesome enthusiast car, but the engine issues that it's been having recently have kind of put me off to Subaru for a while. I'll see what they come up with next, but that's something to keep in mind, that Subaru has been having issues with those, and they're in a second lawsuit now against Subaru, and we'll see where that goes. But the lawsuit states that due to the way the oil sleeves and the oil channels are designed, that metal filings from the engine bearing get into the oil and destroy the rest of the engine right after the warranty period. So a lot of owners are signed up to this. This is the class action lawsuit, so it'll be interesting to see what comes out of that. I just hope Subaru can fix their engine issues, because I love the Boxer design. I love turbocharged engines. I like 4-wheel drive cars, so I would love to own a Subaru one day, so it would be awesome if they can fix those issues. Next bit of news I want to share is the new Audi A7. That's right. Now, I don't really talk about Audis much. I don't really like Audis that much. And if you were to buy an Audi, I would definitely recommend that you lease it and not buy one, because leasing an Audi is the smart option, as Volkswagen products on warranty is just not my cup of tea. Your mileage may vary, of course. But the new Audi A7 looks amazing, and I've always liked the Audi A7s, even the previous generation one, because it has that fastback look. It's got that really, really awesome hatchback in the back. It opens up. You can fit a whole bunch of stuff in there. So it's a very practical car, and it's just an awesome car to own, I think, and it looks really cool. I think it's probably the best Audi to own. It also has 4-wheel drive, so that's cool as well. So the new Audi comes with more horsepower, of course, and in Europe, unfortunately, not the US, they're coming out with a new 3-liter diesel. It's going to be available over in Europe. I wish we can get diesel over here. I would really, really like to take a look at a diesel A7. It'd be awesome, I think. But as it is, all A7s come with like a mild hybrid drive where it uses the alternator and like a bigger capacity battery to capture a little bit of extra energy, and it gives you a little bit extra torque boost as well. So that's actually pretty cool. Now for a bit of sad news, unfortunately, and that's to tell you that Holden is now officially dead. It's done. They built their last car a week or a week and a half ago. So unfortunately, there's not going to be any more Holdens out in the world. And if you don't know what Holden is an Australian car manufacturer. It is owned by General Motors. And unfortunately, manufacturing costs in Australia have gotten too high, so they've had to cancel they had to close all their factories in Australia. And it's kind of sad news, because Holden has really produced some really awesome cars. For example, the Pontiac GTO that was introduced to the US a while ago, that was really a Holden in disguise. Also, the Chevy SS that's currently being sold is actually built by Holden, so it'll be interesting to see what happens there, because a lot of police cars are Chevy SS cars. So that's something to look out for. And yeah, no more Holdens, and like I said, manufacturing costs are just way too high for General Motors to justify building cars in Australia. No more cute utes, as I call them, or sport utes. It's basically a car with a pickup bed. No more El Caminos. They were basically just El Caminos. Very, very popular in Australia. So I went to Australia not too long ago. About a year ago, actually. I went to Australia, and there was a ton of utes over there. I took a ton of pictures of them. Really awesome car. We never got them in the States. I was hoping maybe one day, but now that Holden is dead, that hope has been dashed. To change the tune a little bit, this coming up weekend is SEMA, S-E-M-A. So a lot of manufacturers are going to be showcasing their modifications for cars. I'm going to be definitely on the lookout for Civic Type R modifications. It's going to be really, really cool. So I'll probably do a new segment on that when it comes out, when they come out. One thing that's happening right now that's already been released is the Chevrolet ZR2, or the Colorado ZR2. And if you guys don't know, I'm looking for a pickup truck, and the ZR2 is at the top of the list. So they came out with a Midnight Edition and a Sunset Edition, or something like that, or the Dusk and a Midnight Edition. So what they are basically is blacked out versions of the ZR2s. So Chevrolet ZR2 Midnight package is going to be really awesome. I'm hoping to see it live in a dealership at some point, but it's going to have a sport rack on the back. It's going to have the spare wheel and tire in the back as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. I may be picking it up next year if all goes well. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And like I said, I'll be covering SEMA as it goes along. I'll make another news segment if there's some cool things coming out of SEMA. If there's nothing cool coming out of SEMA, I won't cover it. You'll see, obviously, if I put a video or not. Alright guys, so that pretty much wraps it up there for the news. And now let's go on to the next segment, the Frosty Beverage review. Hope you guys enjoy that. Alright, so today's beverage of choice, and in case you don't remember, or you didn't watch the previous one, the last time we did this I had Trogue's Mad Elf. This time we're having Embark Craft Strawberry Rhubarb. Since we are in strawberry season right now, I might as well try it out, and let's go for it. I expected more of a cidery kind of smell, but it smells more like a beer, like a sour beer. It tastes kind of like a beer in the beginning, but then afterwards you kind of taste the strawberry, and then you get the apple flavor too. Very easy to drink. So if you've had other ciders before, other hard ciders, this is not like any other hard cider I've ever had. It has more of a beer kind of taste, but none of that hoppy flavor. It's more of that kind of malty tastes a little bit malty to me. It's very good, very easy to drink, very refreshing. I can see myself drinking this instead of drinking juice, to be honest with you. It's 5.3%. I like it. It's pretty good. You also, it's a very hint of strawberries. You could also taste the rhubarb a little bit, so like a sweet kind of aftertaste. Like I said, very easy to drink. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. It shows you exactly what kind of flavor to expect. It's pretty spot on, I'd say. Pretty cool. Alright guys, so thanks for watching. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed this segment. If you didn't, let me know in the comments. If you did, let me know in the comments. And I'll get better at these frosty beverage reviews as we go along. Alright, if you haven't yet subscribed, please do so, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.